Hello, and thanks for joining us for this edition of the Newsfeed. I'm Sarah Turner.
And I'm Darion Green. During the last week of September and the first week of October, Blacksburg experienced some of the heaviest rains seen in this year in the area's years. With rainfall reaching 6 to 8 inches in some areas in New River Valley, water damage remains throughout many parts of the Blacksburg and the university's campus. The well-known campus Ducks Pond experienced some of the heaviest damage it had seen in months, with severe flooding causing road closures on Duck Pond Drive. The pond's dam was overflowing and residue from the heavy monsoon remains on the surface of the water and stuck inside the dam. Additionally, many years of the duck pond surrounding are still muddy and eroding as the result of the dam's flood. However, the duck pond was not the only Blacksburg location affected by the torrential rains outside the university's campus. The Edge Apartments complex also experienced flooding and the nearby creek and overflowing to the residents' parking lots. Many of the Edge residents have expressed frustration with how management handled the situation.
Before the storms rumbled into Blacksburg, meteorologists here at Virginia Tech were involved in forecasting the potential rain and thunderstorms. Meteorology students often forecast the weather for Blacksburg using top-of-the-line technology. One of those technologies is being used in the Moss Arts Center on campus. The Cube inside the Moss Arts Center allows students to use virtual reality to study storms more in-depth. PhD student Trevor White says that the Cube is helping meteorology students get experience that will benefit them after school.
The project that the meteorology program is working on, partnered with Moss Arts Center, we're putting radar data in there. And it's a very unique way to interrogate radar data and learn about storm structure. We don't really have anything like it in the weather enterprise right now.
Along with using high-tech software such as virtual reality, the meteorologists at Virginia Tech also take advantage of the National Weather Service location located at the Corporate Research Center. The station allows students to use accurate data to forecast weather across the New River Valley. Meteorology students also go storm chasing each summer. Students chase thunderstorms and tornadoes ranging from the Rocky Mountains across the Midwest.
As we start to feel a change in the season, comes the arrival of influenza. The flu season newsfeed reporter Hannah Martin joins us from the newsroom with more. Hannah?
Thanks, guys. It's almost flu season, and with the flu comes the flu vaccine. It seems that it's an imperative measure to take every year, but the emphasis on getting an early flu shot seems higher than ever. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports that official flu season occurs during the winter, but that outbreaks start as early as October. In fact, the season can run through May. Vaccinations not only increase your odds of staying healthy, but also reduce the severity of your illness if you do succumb to seasonal flu.
Very important that students should get their flu shots as soon as they can. You can't get a flu shot too early for that. You can get them at any of the pharmacies here, especially at this pharmacy. You can get them anytime that the pharmacy is open. There's a couple different immunizations that you can choose from.
These forms of immunization include the trivalent flu vaccine that protects against 3 forms of the virus and a quadrivalent influenza vaccine that protects against 4 forms of the virus. These vaccines are usually administered as shots, but the quadrivalent vaccine can also be administered as a nasal spray. The flu vaccine is offered at myriad locations within Blacksburg, including Schifferdt Health Center, CVS, and the Carilion Clinic. Schifferdt bills your student account for treatment, and CVS and Carilion accept a wide variety of insurance policies which determine the cost of your treatment. CVS also accepts Hokie passports. Some people avoid the flu shot due to concerns about the effectiveness and safety of vaccines, but doctors and pharmacists nationwide insist that it's better to be safe than sorry. Back to you in the studio.
As we all know, finding a job isn't easy, especially for college students who are new to the job search process. That's why Career Services at Virginia Tech offers students help when it comes to finding jobs and internship. Newsfeed reporter Jillian Hurt has more in this report.
Let's come to this building to speak with advisors who help students with the job search process and give them tips on how to land entry-level positions right out of college. Career Services offers assistance to students in 4 key ways: exploring careers they're considering, helping them get experience, developing skills employers say recent graduates don't have, and launching their career plans. Through Career Services, students can have their resumes reviewed, view open positions on Hokies for Hire, have practice interviews, schedule real interviews with companies, attend career fairs, and even refine their handshakes and dining etiquette. Claire Childress has been a career advisor at Virginia Tech for 19 years and believes students who utilize their services have an advantage over students who don't.
We have resources. We have a career library here in our office, and we also might know resources that they don't find on their own.
Industrial design graduate student Halil Dalipi has really benefited from the career planning guide.
Essentially, it was a really good guide to see what industry expects from students.
Another useful tool for students is on the Career Services website. Current students can see the top methods by which VT graduates got their jobs. More than 24,000 students have used the office's services, and more than 3,000 employers have registered with the center. In Blacksburg, this is Jillian Hurt reporting for the Newsfeed.
Early this year, Collegiate Times editor-in-chief Erica Corder was fired by the parenting company EMCVT. Her story made local headlines and stirred up quite a debate among student media leaders. Today, Corder has moved on with her life. She continues to pursue her passion for journalism through her latest creative project, The Pylon, named affectionately after the famous landmark at Virginia Tech. The Pylons is an up-and-coming website for the New River Valley community that focuses on exploring the local news with a different perspective.
That maybe aren't so mainstream. So I think that it fills that void of just, the alternative source of news and literary and arts content. And that's actually kind of our tagline is the Blacksburg alternative, because that's what we hope to be.
They got rid of that though, didn't they?
Currently, the Pylon hosts a staff of about 25 people. Corder and the rest of the founding team hope to have the site fully functioning by the next semester.
Just a hit on the news feed, Virginia Tech has adopted a women's golf team. Find out how the team came into being.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. Since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to the news feed. The Virginia Tech Hokies played their first round of intercollegiate women's golf in Greenville, South Carolina on September 20th. The Hokies are now in the midst of their inaugural season, and the six women have high hopes for their first times competing on the green. Reporter Maggie Tyler has more on the story.
The Virginia Tech women's golf team has teed off on their inaugural season. The Hokies are led by two redshirt freshmen, Allie Woodward and Amanda Hollinsworth. The two of them came in as freshmen in the fall of last year in anticipation for the kickoff of the program this fall. They played their first tournament in Greenville, South Carolina on September 20th.
So the first tournament, everybody was so excited. I honestly don't even remember the first round. I had so much adrenaline pumping, so it was good. It was a really nice way to kick off our season and our program. So yeah, it was great.
The Hokies finished 7th at the Lady Paladin Invitational during their first weekend of collegiate play, and Amanda Hollinsworth led the team, finishing 38th overall. The Hokies traveled to Chicago for their second tournament and have spent a good amount of time practicing at Pete Dye's River Course in Radford, preparing for upcoming courses. The team is made up of young golfers, a junior, 2 redshirt freshmen, and 3 true freshmen.
Our first event, all 5 of the freshmen were in the starting lineup and Whitney was an individual, so we were basically brand new. Nobody really knew what to expect because college golf's a lot different than individual golf. Just the next 4 years are going to be better and better each year just because we'll get more comfortable with each other and our games, and it's just, I can't wait to see how it goes.
The Hokies travel to Louisville, Kentucky for their 3rd tournament on October 19th. This is Maggie Tyler reporting for the Newsfeed.
You can keep up with all the women's golf action on the Hokie Sports website.
On Virginia Tech campus, there is one way where athletics and religion can intersect together. VT cross-training gives students and student athletes the chance to surround themselves around other students with the same mentality. It is a once-a-week event held on Monday evenings that includes fun, food, family, and worship. It is a great way for students to grow in their own faith. Student junior chaplains speak in excitement on what cross-training means to them. They give their testimonies while also sharing their life stories. Campus ministry also comes together and join forces in helping students learn about God. Guest pastors as well as volunteers and teachers help students find life through fellowship.
Virginia Tech Moves is a new smartphone application for students who wish to commute to campus by bike, car, or on foot. The application allows students to be active participants in research that could make noticeable improvements to transportation at Virginia Tech in the future. VT Moves utilizes the internal GPS found on Androids and iPhones to record the routes that commuters use to go to campus. The app is simple and intuitive. To start recording their route, all a user has to do is press start. Once they finish their trip, the user can press save and send data, along with the reason for the trip, to the Virginia Tech Office of University Planning for further analysis. So far, about 40 people are using the application, but the project team hopes for that number to grow to 300 or 400 people. Despite the initial low number of users, the project team already has 150 routes on their pedestrian and bicycle map, thanks to the diligent effort of these users. The purpose of VT Moves is to replace the 2002 Virginia Tech Parking and Transportation Master Plan with a new one.
The purpose of the master plan is to look into the future. Typically we have a 10-year horizon that we look to. Look into the future and look at how we want to enhance the parking and transportation needs of campus so that we can meet what we anticipate our future will look like.
The Virginia Tech Office of Planning has already made some noticeable changes to Virginia Tech campus with the inclusion of 2 roundabouts on the north end of the drill field, with the data gathered from students through VT Moves. There is no telling what other changes might be in store for Virginia Tech's campus.
Internet access in Blacksburg is spotty at best, both on and off Virginia Tech's campus, and residents don't have many choices when it comes to internet providers. However, all this may change. Wide Open Blacksburg is a project that aims to bring high-speed fiber optic internet access to the Blacksburg area. The service will be available to anyone alongside current options such as DSL or cable. The fiber optic service will allow for high-speed downloads and eliminate buffering for services like Netflix, YouTube, and Hulu. It will also integrate seamlessly with previously owned hardware such as modems and routers. The company plans to announce target neighborhoods in April.
Downtown Blacksburg has introduced a new loyalty card. You can collect your card at any of the participating downtown businesses. All you have to do is visit 10 different businesses, make at least a $5 purchase, and have each business add their unique stamp to your card. Once you fill your card, you are eligible to receive a $5 credit to your choice of the participating businesses.
My Downtown Loyalties card is actually one of my favorite things about living in Blacksburg. It really helps promote local businesses, which is awesome, and it also really ensures that you're getting a high quality of product.
Over 20 businesses in downtown Blacksburg are participating in this loyalty card and vary from restaurants to nail salons and clothing stores. Once you fill your card out, you can redeem your reward at the Downtown Blacksburg office next to the Lyric. Visit downtownblacksburg.com for more information.
That will wrap up this edition of the Newsfeed. If you have a story idea for the Newsfeed, let us know. Send us an email at thenewsfeednrv@gmail.com. And as always, you can always connect with the Newsfeed on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching. I'm Darion Green.
And I'm Sarah Turner.